This is a story about a nun who was thirsty. Now you will know what she was thirsty for later. The story begins with the Republic of Florence. This is the era when the disease called plague had taken its toll. We see a man named Tandira who used to clean his hands, that is, he used to steal before. And now he is a painter in the church. Tandira has been painting here for a long time, but he has not yet received his salary, that is, he has not received his salary. He goes to his father for his salary, and he sees that his father is dead because of the plague. He says, now I have to get my salary. He decides that why not become the father of the church, with which he will get food and he will be able to fly kites with beautiful nuns, with which he wears the father's dress lying there, and becomes an impostor father. Now we see a young man named Lorenzo, who is also the hero of our story. There are some thugs behind him, because he was very clever on the table of gambling. This thief Jatbino of Uchik had been cut very well. Jatbino is a government man. That is, he works for the government here. He fights him to take revenge on Lorenzo, but Lorenzo somehow manages to escape from here. Now we see Pampinia. Pampinia is the daughter of a rich businessman, whose film had died a few moments before it started. And then Jatbino comes here. He says, don't be sad. My sympathy is with you. What if your parents are no longer there? I am with you. Helping Pampinia means that we understand that Jatbino wants to take off his pajama and give it to his criminal Pampinia. But Pampinia tells Jatbino, I have promised the Russian prince, Prince Chackland, that I will marry him, and I will only show them my panty, who are coming straight from Russia to see my panty. Saying all this, she starts going from here. Jatbino says, do you know how much debt your father had? Pampinia asks, what kind of debt? Jatbino says, the debt of milk. It is simple, he had taken a loan to increase his business, but he failed to pay it, and I paid that loan. He says, your father promised me to marry you when he died. We all know by looking at his face that this scoundrel wants to lie and take off Pampinia's panty. Pampinia says, I have promised Prince Chackland that I will marry him. We see Lorenzo, who is sitting on a horse and running away from here, because Jatbino's soldiers are behind him. Then he meets an unknown man on the way. There was also a dead man with him. Lorenzo asks him, where does this road go? He says, this road goes to the convent, where many nuns live, and I am bringing this corpse from there. He was appointed there on the post of gardener. Then Lorenzo's brain lights up. He says, if this gardener is dead, then he will need a new gardener. Will he give me the post of a new gardener? He says no, because you do not have special skills, which he had. Lorenzo asks, which special skills did he have and I don't have? He says, this man was deaf and dumb, and they need such a man for work. Lorenzo says, while leaving here, being deaf and dumb is not a special skill. It is a disability. Now Lorenzo climbs a tree to save himself from Jatbino's men. Jatbino's men pass by here and do not see him. After a while, the branch on which Lorenzo was standing breaks, with which he falls down and becomes unconscious. After a while, very beautiful nuns come here, and she picks him up and brings him to the convent. Here 2 nuns come to protect his body. These 2 look at his body as if he has been thirsty for many years. One of them says, see if any of his bones have broken. Now everyone knows which broken bone she is talking about. She checks her bones with her lovely hands, and finds that her delicate bone is absolutely fine, after which she lifts Lorenzo's shirt and kisses his stomach, with which he gets the ultimate pleasure. And she says to the other, you do it too, it will be fun. And now she also kisses. We see that Lorenzo is conscious. He is just acting to be unconscious. And the mind says, keep the conscience alive, keep the kabir alive. Even if you become a fakir, keep the strength to raise your weapon in this body alive. Keep that arrow of effort alive in the compass of courage. Lose everything in life, but keep the hope of taking them alive. Then a nun starts sucking his lips badly. Lorenzo opens his eyes. This nun gets scared. Then the mother of these 2 nuns comes here. She somehow gets control of her lust, and puts her face shield. She says to the mother, Mother, we think he is dumb. Hearing this, the mother is very happy, that at least we got a goat that will quench our thirst. Here our Mintos brain works. That these two nuns did not even know that Lorenzo is dumb. Then why did they lie? Actually, she wanted someone dumb to come here as soon as possible, with which all these nuns can spend their nights with him. Then again our Mintos brain works. That why do these nuns need a dumb deaf? Actually, these nuns also eat Mintos, so their brain also works. This dumb deaf man chooses so that he can spend the night with that man. And because of being dumb, he could not tell anyone and could not hear anyone. Means that a dumb deaf man has a ticket to ride them. Moreover, they had beaten that old gardener and made him hollow. They did not have any mercy on that old man, that one of his legs is already in the grave. Now the mother asks Lorenzo, "Are you dumb deaf?" Lorenzo is not a donkey who says anything true. He says in sign language, "Yes, I am dumb." Mother says, "This is a miracle." One mad ass went and the other came, and says, "Go and wash it well." That's it. Then what was it? This was the only thing waiting. Lorenzo, who was forced by habit. He recites a poem. Says, "I dedicate all my happiness to you. I pour all my love on your big stuff. You come, take off your clothes and make your dream come true." And that's it. He did not hear Lorenzo's poem and did not take off his clothes. This jatpat goes into his tub and then tap-a-tap, tap-a-tap, tap-a-tap. On the other hand, we see Pampinia going to her friends in the church. And all the people here are all virgins. They are girlfriend and boyfriend. But they have sworn that they will not take anyone's snake before marriage. Pampinia says, "Jabino wants to marry me forcibly. But my father has fixed my marriage with the Russian Prince Chackland. And I want to marry him." Then the other friend says, "See Prince Chackland for the first time. Who knows, he is crazy." The other friend says, "Shut up. We are virgins and we will not take anyone's snake before marriage." Then Jatbino comes here and says, "Who wants the snake? Should I give?" He asks, "What are you all doing here? Come on, run away from here. You do not know that the lockdown is going on." They all come out of there, where they decide that they will leave Pampinia in the convent, until Prince Chackland does not come. Then a friend comes with a horse car. The first one asks, "Will he drive the horse car?" She says, "This uncle is Bruno, and they have Bawasir, and she is also a virgin. They have not yet drunk any water of the valley. They also take this impostor father with them, who was a panter first and a thief before that. Now they send Pampinia first with a fast horse car, and themselves go ahead of the other way. After reaching the convent of Pampinia, these people take off his panties and wear pajamas. That is, they wear their own clothes. Pampinia thinks that she has come to a good place, and her virginity will be safe here. But she did not know that water is drawn on from the well day and night. Then Pampinia's eyes fall on the innocent-looking Lorenzo. She asks Nun, "Who is this?" Nun says that he has come straight from heaven. He is dumb and our gardener, which is very hard work. He draws water from the deep well day and night. Hearing this, Pampinia also wants to get water out of her well. But then she remembers the Russian prince, Prince Chackland. So Pampinia stops her from pulling her panties. Later we see that Lorenzo is working in the garden. Then a nun comes there, which was different from those two nuns. She says, "Oh, gardener will cut grass." And we know that Lorenzo is always in a hurry to do grass. Now he was happy, so he reads a poem. "Keep an eye on the roads, keep an eye on the weapon. If someone comes, keep the piece of the panties open. Keep the heat of the weapon burning. Keep him warm, keep yourself warm. He punishes me for wandering at night. Keep him warm even in the day. Keep an eye on the roads, keep an eye on the weapon. He does not mind my weapon. Keep his word too." Saying this, Lorenzo goes behind the bushes with the nun. Pampinia goes behind the bushes. Pampinia sees them going behind the bushes, because of which her panties catch fire, and she starts feeling jealous. On the other hand, we see that the great prince of Russia, Prince Chackland, has arrived at the palace. Upon reaching here, Prince Chackland meets the robbers. Prince Chackland tells him the importance of his name. He says there was a boy named Chackland. One day he thought of changing his name. He asked a woman who was a laborer his name. Then he said his name was Lakshmi. Then he asked a beggar his name. He said his name was Danpat. Then he saw that some people were taking the dead. He asked a man the name of the dead. He said the name of the dead was Amar Singh. Then the prince thought of Chackland. Lakshmi is a laborer, Danpat is a beggar. When Amar Singh died, Chackland was the right name. That's it, what else was there? There is applause in his heart. Prince Chackland thinks that Jadvino is the father of Pampinia. He says, I have brought a gift for you and your wife. Your wife will be delighted to see this. Jadvino says, no, I am not the father of Pampinia. Prince Chackland says, then you must be his grandfather. Jadvino says, no, I am Pampinia's future husband. Prince Chackland says to his soldiers, his face looks like a dog. Then he says to Jadvino, there is no answer to Jadvino in the day. There is no answer to Jadvino in the strength. There is no answer to Jadvino in the master. Saying this, Prince Chackland leaves for a while. Then he meets a man on the way. He says, Pampinia has gone to a convent outside the village. She will marry you there. Hearing this, Chackland leaves for that village. We see that 2 more nuns come to the room of Lorenzo to scratch their itch. She says, itch is a riddle that cannot be understood. Itch is a friend that cannot be made. Itch is a question that cannot be solved. Itch is a moment that cannot be forgotten. Itch is a storm that will not stop. Itch is a target that will not miss. And she says, please scratch our itch. Like you scratched that nun's itch in the garden yesterday afternoon. They both take off their clothes. And we know that Lorenzo always stands up to help people. On the other hand, we see that Pampinia's friend is moving towards the village through the forest. Then 2 girls on the way call her boyfriend with a hint. She says, come and drink milk. They both leave. She gives them cow's milk. And I don't know when, while giving them cow's milk, she starts giving her own milk. But here in their work, a girlfriend of the boys comes there as a roadside helper. And while beating them, she takes them from here. She says, aren't you ashamed? What were you doing? He says, we came to drink milk. Now what did we know? She will start giving us her own milk. Here we see that 2 nuns say to Pampinia, we are going to bathe that deaf buffalo. And we will come from there only after scratching our itch. Then Pampinia says, this is a sin. What are you doing? In response, both the nuns say, we know you are jealous. But we will definitely scratch our itch. But this time she doesn't get rid of her itch from Lorenzo. She just went to put water in his tub. She says to Pampinia, come inside too. But Pampinia says, no, I'm not coming. Now Lorenzo is bathed and presented to his mother. Lorenzo says, it's smelling, your flower is swaying. There is a thirsty bachelor in the room. Whoever is thirsty must be wiped out. Then what was it? The mother is very angry with Lorenzo, and seeing this, Pampinia's panty is very jealous, because Pampinia had fallen in love with Lorenzo. The next day, Lorenzo was working in the garden, where Pampinia was reading a book. Lorenzo sees Pampinia with strange eyes, and thinks that she has never come to my room before. Now after a while, Pampinia goes to his room, and as soon as she comes in, Lorenzo understands what she has come here to do. Lorenzo picks up his COVID face shield. She stops him and ties a bandage on his eyes. She says, I see you every day, and I want to give you my river water. But I won't give you my river water right now, because I want to marry you. Now Pampinia gives Lorenzo a seductive kiss, in which she had filled a lot of love for Lorenzo. We see that the milk-drinking boyfriend is angry with his girlfriend. She thinks she should go somewhere else and start drinking someone else's milk, with which she takes a decision, and takes her boyfriend into the depths of the jungle. She says, I have a treasure, which is only for you, and I will give it to you after marriage. And now she starts kissing him with her greedy lips. Now as soon as she touches his weapon, her boyfriend's horse starts running. He says loudly, give me the treasure. Give me the treasure. Give it to me right now. And his horse loses in this race. Girlfriend says to him, what did you do? Boyfriend says, if the horse lost in the race, it lost. What should I do now? Girlfriend says, you were so eager to get the treasure. Like you will loot all the treasures of the universe. But as soon as you touched it, you looted all the treasure. Ahead, a horse car comes to the convent to pick up Pampinia, because the Russian prince, Prince Chackland Florence, had arrived. Pampinia did not want to leave Lorenzo. That's why she lies to her mother that Lorenzo is not deaf and dumb, because she did not want to beat these nuns. Mother asks, "How do you know he is not deaf and dumb?" Pampinia says, "I heard him singing in the garden. His voice is just like Hubba Hubba Honey Sing." Mother asks which song was he singing. Pampinia says, "Volume 1. My horse is like an egg fritter. Now if you speak a little, I will hit you with a hammer." Mother says, "How can anyone sing such a bad song?" Now mother goes to check him, and she says in his ear, "You have been cut." Hearing this, he gets scared and stands up and starts screaming. And he says to himself, "This is a miracle, and my greeting to the miracle." Mother thinks that this mother devotee can hear and speak. He can open all our secrets. So mother kicks him on his back and drives him away. Then Pampinia also starts going from there. Lorenzo tells Pampinia to take me with her. And that's what Pampinia wanted. They both go together from there. We see that Prince Chackland is moving towards the village from the other road. The prince was thirsty for water, so he goes to the pond to drink, where he finds a beauty. Chackland throws a stupid question at him. He asks, "Are you human?" She says, "No, I am a water fairy." The prince says, "I love a girl named Pampinia very much, and I haven't even seen her yet." She says, "I am Pampinia without panties," because she wanted to flirt with the prince. She says, "Neither the power is in the man nor in the man's bone. The power is in the one who is in the panty of a man without a bone." That's what it was. The thing without a bone was in Pampinia's panty. We see that Pampinia and Lorenzo have reached the place where Pampinia was to marry Prince Chackland. Pampinia asks Lorenzo, "Do you love anyone?" He says, "Yes, but I haven't seen his beautiful face yet. He kissed me once." Pampinia tells him to close his eyes, so that he remembers that this is the girl who kissed him. Now as soon as she goes ahead to kiss him, that's when the thief comes here. Pampinia tells Lorenzo, "You run away from here. He will kill you." But Lorenzo was eager to become a hero. He asks a stupid question to Chackland. He says, "It was a dark night. She was with me. I was above her. She was under me. Tell me who she was." Hearing this, Jadvino gets mad, and he attacks him. There is a fight between the two. Lorenzo was angry with Nansky. That's why he loses. Now Jadvino was about to kill him. That's when Pampinia says, "If you kill him, then I will never marry you." Hearing this, Jadvino does not kill him, and puts him in the prison. But a few days later, Pampinia says to Jadvino without a panty, "When you leave Lorenzo, I will marry you." Hearing this, Jadvino gets angry, and says, "Then you will say, Jadvino, you will have to take Lorenzo in your mouth. Then I will marry you." Pampinia says, "No, this is my last job. Just do this job." Now Jadvino frees Lorenzo. Pampinia did not want to marry Jadvino. She was just lying to him to save Lorenzo's life. She was lying to him to escape this marriage. She gives some gold coins to the false father of the church and says, "Don't get this marriage done. Keep any excuse." The false father agrees. We see that Jadvino's two stupid soldiers are taking Lorenzo away from here. Then Lorenzo thinks that Pampinia will marry that thief Jadvino without a panty. That too to save my life. I will never let this happen. So he fools these two idiots and goes back to the same place. We see that the false father is getting these two married. And in order to delay their marriage, he starts asking questions. He asks Jadvino, "Today is your wedding. Did you take a bath or just came?" Jadvino says, "Yes, I took a bath." The father asks, "How many hours ago did you take a bath? Did you put water between your legs?" The father tells Jadvino to show his hands. Jadvino shows his hands. The father says, "Yuck, your nails are so dirty," and says, "I can't get you married, because your nails are dirty." Jadvino goes and washes his hands. The father says, "I also take money to get married. Sometimes you are thinking that I get married for free, because you look like a thief." Hearing this, Jadvino gets angry, and he puts his sword on his father's neck. But then Prince Chackland comes here, and Lorenzo is also there. These two start fighting with Jadvino's people. We see that Jadvino is trying to run away from here. Lorenzo stops him, and these two start fighting. During this fight, Lorenzo pushes him into a well, which makes Jitvino famous. Then Pampinia comes here. She says to Prince Chackland, "I can't marry you." Hearing this, Prince Chackland gets angry. Now when Pampinia takes off her face shield, then Prince Chackland says, "You are not Pampinia. I found Pampinia in the pond. I put my boneless bone in her underwear." Then Pampinia comes here. Prince Chackland says, "I will marry her." After this, Lorenzo starts going from there. Pampinia stops him. She asks, "Where are you going?" He says, "I am going to find the girl who kissed him and marry her." Pampinia tells Lorenzo to close his eyes and starts kissing him. Lorenzo immediately recognizes that this is the same girl whom he loves. And now all the men present there start kissing their Jughead. With this story ends here. So let's meet in the next video and channel Movie XR Explain. Thank you.